amazing match point. What athleticism.
And there you have it, your APTA National Champions.
Best match of the year.
Brilliant shot.
Incredible stuff. And it's sitting up and he's right there.
Hello and welcome to the APTA Tour. We're live from the Orchard Lake Country Club in Detroit, Michigan, bringing you the Detroit Invitational Grand Prix, a 2022-23 APTA Tour event, which is the sixth stop on the APTA Tour, presented by Remedy Plus and sponsored by the APTA membership, the APTA national sponsors, Battle Pro Infusion, and local sponsors, Bell Tire, DIAG,
right in the
Detroit
court
Platform Tennis Association, Asset Health, Jack McNaughton, Stretch Lab, Lux Homes, Dobie Real Estate, Marissa Thomas, Gen Oil, Crest Automotive, Howard & Howard, Hudson Avenue, Hardy Cosgrove Luxury Real Estate, Thursday Night OLCC Guys, and Capsiva. I'm Mike Raleigh along with Lauren Mandel, bringing you the women's semifinals of the Detroit Invitational. Lauren, welcome, and please give us a little introduction of the players and how they got here.
Hi, Mike. On this side of the court, closest to us, in the deuce court is, nope, okay, we're going to do this side first. In the deuce court, you're looking at Lynn Kiro in the dark sweatshirt and her partner in the blue pants, Macy Medeiros. And they just had a great win over the number 4 seeds, Lauren Gebbia and Carrie Delmonico. They're unseeded, but they're a new team, and they're moving their way up the ranks. This is Kiro's really second year on the circuit, and Medeiros has been around a little longer. She actually won the 2020 Nationals. And on the other side of the court, you can see that's Roxy Anika in the blue vest, and her partner Gabby Nicolescu, there she is, in the deuce court in the black cap. Nicolescu is a 3-time national champion, and they've both had a lot of success and been around for a long time, Anika and Nicolescu, and they're definitely the favorites in this match. They're easily the second best team right now in women's paddle, only behind Hanish and Zabori, who have been pretty unstoppable, and they're right with them. They're right with Hanish and Zabori. They lost in a third set tiebreaker the last time they played. So this is a really great match for Kiro and Medeiros to show us where they're at, if they're ready to really be challenging the very top players in the game.
So it's a somewhat new partnership here. Is that what I understand?
Yes, they're a very new partnership. They actually won the Long Island Invitational together in their first go-round, and they're keeping the streak alive right now.
Boy, and if you were to say, kind of give me a pre-match for each player, those at home, what do we expect from kind of going through the players as they finish their warm-ups here?
Well, we expect a lot of firepower from these players. Anika has the best roller in the game, and it's a huge weapon for her. And Medeiros also has a huge roller, so and that was a huge factor in the last match. So let's see how effective that is. Those shots are this match. Anika has every shot in the book, every slice, every roll, everything. So she's a very flashy player, and often Anika and Nicolescu, their fate is decided by how consistent Anika is that on that day. And Kiro is still, showing us what she's got, but she's very athletic and doesn't have any weaknesses, has a very big serve, and is fearless.
Yeah, I tell you, I was really impressed. I was watching their match earlier that you were calling, and I thought you and Patty Hogan did a wonderful job, by the way.
Thank you.
But I was really impressed by Kiro. She played a match that really seemed to be like she played for years.
Yes, yes.
So
it doesn't look like
Macy, who's coming out?
It doesn't look like she's a new player. She's really made herself look very capable in every aspect of the game for someone who's it's really only their sophomore year on the circuit.
Kind of like an old soul, so to speak.
Yes.
I think today the main draw, they're playing all 2 out of 3 sets. Tiebreaker for the third set at 6-all. Back draw matches are playing a 10-point super breaker for the third set. I think we buckle up. This is going to be a fun match to watch.
It is. There's going to be a lot of great shot making and 4 very athletic players, very fast. So we're, I think, going to be in for a treat, Mike. I hope so.
Boy, this is. I was lucky enough to get. I've never been here in the winter to Orchard Lake. I was here last spring, or there last spring for helping them do a little bit work on their paddle courts actually. And what a beautiful club! Great setting right off that Orchard Lake. So it's about 35 degrees there right now. Weather shouldn't be a factor.
No, it looks like perfect. It's been perfect paddle weather today. And here we go. Macy Medeiros is going to serve. She does a very good job of keeping her serve low and out in front of her so she gets into the net. She has time to get into the net.
Players ready. Medeiros to serve.
Now these
Certainly
two
spotted
teams.
that one well.
Yeah. Are you aware if they've played before?
No, they have not.
Love 30. I'm sorry, 15 all. Sorry.
Yeah. Confused me too. 15 all.
$15-30.
And Lauren, how would you say that the women's game has changed in the last 3 to 4 seasons?
I would say it's just gotten a lot more athletic. Speed is a huge factor. I mean, there's a lot more cutting of the ball and switching spins and paces and blitzing. I mean, it's just become a much more less straightforward game.
A little more dynamic.
Yes.
Where there's, boy, yeah, it is really impressive. I've been real impressed watching the paddle as a whole. It's just
they leave one game
so
to
much
love
more
per set.
dynamic in transition play, and said that a lot on live streams. But it really it's no longer your father or your mother's paddle. It's the game is evolving. It's so much fun to see.
It really is, and this is one of those evolving things that have evolved is this sidearm serve. Anika uses it exclusively now. She does a good job of making it stay low and jump.
Love 15.
And that's to for the viewers at home. That's so the returners aren't able to take the ball from a higher point, and it really kind of limits the attackability of that serve. of that transition play we talked about. They're almost
yeah,
as
and another thing now
being...
is that people aren't rushing to come in after they really wait to make sure the ball gets through before they don't want to hit tough transition volleys. There's just people are too good off the ground. All four of these women are really excellent volleyers as well.
Well, that's a big forehand, though.
15-30.
She's got a huge forehand. They both do. Both Anika and Niculescu. Heavy balls. So tough to control that roller off the deck.
And then if they choose to let it go to the screen, though, they're chasing it anyway, you know, so it's kind of pick your poison.
That's why it's such a good shot.
And I think, you know, if you notice where they're hitting that, it's kind of going right through the player's position, so they're let to make that split-second decision. Do I pre-screen it, or do I get out of the way of it and then chase it? All right, we've had 2 breaks so far. We're 1-all. First set, semifinals, Detroit Invitational Tournament. Beautiful Orchard Lake Country Club.
Love. All.
Kiro has a very hard serve, but it bounces high, and I'm interested to see how she handles the Niculescu returns over the course of this match, and the Anika returns.
15-30.
Still seeing maybe a little early match jitters, kind of working the kinks out here a little bit. Seen some, I'm sure, uncharacteristic misses, both on the serves.
Yeah, she's usually solid on the serve.
Yeah, I don't know if she faulted once when I was watching her in the quarters.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. I don't remember her hitting any faults. That's where Anika can get a little bit wild.
Well, I like that spot, though. She was almost trying to exploit the first 2 drives, the Kiro forehand volley. You know, and teaching kind of my members, it's, you know, we'd say it's, you know, I'd love to see her maybe tighten up that position and hit a backhand volley rather than reaching to the middle and hitting that forehand.
She hits a lot of forehand volleys, and I don't know if that's because she's still pretty new to paddle. Some people never develop that, you know, backhand volley at all cost mentality, but she does hit a lot of forehand volleys.
I say it's good work if you can get it. I mean, you know, again, the proof is in the pudding. Are you missing that ball? Are you exposing any holes on your team? Then you can do what you'd like, but until that becomes a problem, I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think we could see what the early strategy for Kiro and
Yes.
Medeiros is at the net. A lot of balls in and out of that ad side.
They're going to see if they can draw some errors from Monika. That's definitely their plan.
Boy, I think everybody at home can hear the communication between the players. Who's going to take the overhead? As my wife tells me, Lauren, communication is always a good thing. Works in partnerships too.
And it is everything in paddle.
Oh man, that is nice.
You hear Nicolescu telling Monika, you got to take that. She can't catch up to that, is what she's telling her. Not so easy.
She's got to. She's got to get out of the way of it first, and then find it again.
Yeah.
Where the player not, on the opposite side, she can cut across with ever losing track or sight of it. And I think the counter to the strategy of Kiro and Medeiros here is where they're working that ad side is for Enica to be lobbing a little bit more down the line.
Yep.
That's forcing that overhead to then go into, Nicolescu. Or they make that conscious decision to hit it back down the line, which opens up the drive lane down the line.
Right, that's always good advice. If you want to get your partner a ball, lob down the line.
Wow. And kudos to Kiro there. I think one of the things that the average player would do in that situation is as they have someone coming at them, they almost step back. And she did a great job of just stepping forward and stuffing that volley.
Yeah, it's not so easy to do when someone's running at you, but it's really your only chance. You have to either close or go all the way back. You can't get caught in the middle there.
Stand and fight.
Yeah. All right, so far Kiro and Medeiros are doing a great job.
David?
I think everybody's settling in.
Perfectly warm. Perfectly warm. No, I'm good. Maybe later.
Kiro did a good job there of not letting the fact that she missed 3 serves in that game bother her. She just kept getting on with the next point, didn't let it affect her.
In basketball, it's the shooter's mentality. It's the next shot up rather than thinking about the past.
All right, we have Gabby Nicolescu serving.
Love 15. Love 30.
She's coming in a lot, Kiro, with success so far.
It's at threat of the stress of that next shot puts a lot of pressure on that first volley for the serve and volleyer. If that ball floats at all, she's jumping all over it. You know, and I'd love to see here if that's kind of a harbinger of things to come, where Annika and Nicolescu are going to start working Kiro in her corner and, you know, changing the spins and speeds to see if they can break her down in the backcourt.
I thought that's what Delmonico and Gebier were going to try to do, but they really had no success in trying to break her down.
But would you say that they didn't possess the same kind of spins and
correct?
The ability
Correct. They had nothing to hurt her with other than, you know, testing out how she was in the screens and whatever. But yes, I mean, Nicolescu and Nico both have multitude of spins and paces to work with.
Advantage Medeiros.
It's a big point right here. And the eyes on Roxy there. I think we're looking at the blitz coming.
First set.
You can see, like, that's where her paddle went, you know. She, again, good move by Medeiros.
Yeah,
and
you know, and I think one of the things to look for is that blitz of and especially off the service return. Anytime that volleyer is forced to lift the ball up over the net, God, it is just tough to deal with that second player coming in.
Love 15. All.
Anika will do this. She'll lull you into thinking she's going to make a bunch of errors, and she'll make a few, and then just like that, they'll disappear. So you can't assume that she's going to keep making those errors, because she most likely won't.
That is that's a test to her fortitude and mental toughness, you know, to be able to bounce back after a couple errors. Dangerous overhead. That's one of those overheads I go, no, yes, after it's a winner, but that down the line overhead.
There's not a lot of room there.
No. I think the score is 40-30. Does that sound right?
$40-15.
Yeah,
no,
it
I'll
was
give you
30.
that,
okay, it's 40-15.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well done. A lot of good gets at that point.
Yeah. And what I like about that rolling overhead, you could, from the same setup, she can take all the pace off of it, and it looks the same, but all of a sudden it's dying in the back screen or side screen rather than rocketing off of there.
sloppy. A little sloppy.
It's just, yeah, a little bit, kind of reached at it rather than moving to it. Sinkiro this game missed 2 volleys just because she wasn't stable, kind of, you know, she's a little either moving or reaching. But she's run, they've all 4 done a really great job of it. It's pretty fun to watch how well they volley.
Yeah, that's why I was a surprise to see her miss 2 easy volleys, because the volleying is such a high level.
Oh, nice cutter.
There's a good cutter.
Not sure that Nicolescu blitz there was the play.
Finally get a drive through, Nika. That's a close one too. Got away with it.
Good roller.
Advantage Medeiros.
Boy, that camera angle really shows you the depth of those overheads when they're going out of frame. And
yeah, well, we can't see them.
They're all in. That means they're hitting great overheads. And I love this camera angle to see the setup of the team on the opposite side at the net. You know how they're moving with the ball, but they're really in that real tight zones where the ball is hit, leaving that outside third of the court not necessarily exposed, but a little more open.
It's always, you can, with this camera angle, it's always very easy to detect if there's a hole at the net. If the team is leaving a hole, it's very clear. It's a good time to see it. Well played.
Game Kiro Medeiros, they lead 4-1 first set.
A proud partner to the APTA, Fusion curates what's next in branded gear and apparel for your company, your team, or your event. With a team of dedicated industry experts, Fusion curates high-end product selections for customization with your club logo, team name, or corporate identity. We create a stress-free shopping experience with custom online stores and quick custom ordering to get the gear you need now without any hassle. Visit www.gearbyfusion.com and let Fusion provide you with gear to fuel your brand.
So, Lauren, what do you think we need to see here from Menica and Nicolescu? They're down 4-1, first set.
Yeah, I think that, well, first of all, I think that Anika's made a few, she's got to tighten up her game a little bit. There's been too many errors. And they have to, yeah. See, that's a big problem for them in this matchup, because that Nicolescu roller against most teams is really effective, and Medeiros is so good at handling it. She's so fast. They're not getting any free points, you know? They're not even getting that many opportunities for Nicolescu to hit the roller. So there's another one. And it's not a point enter again. So I think Nicolescu has to figure out how they have to figure out how to make this match, how to make her more of a factor in this match, and Anika has to make fewer errors.
30.
Mm-hmm. Big return. Boy.
Game Piro Medeiros, they lead 5-1 first set.
Okay, well.
They look frustrated, right? I mean, they're just not making any headway.
Yeah, it's the tale of the body language. You can really tell that Kiro and Medeiros are up 5. They've got a rather large lead here in the first set. You know, but as you know in this game, Lauren,
say that again?
No lead is safe. No lead is safe in this game.
No, that's for sure. That's for sure. And I mean, Kira and Medeiros, they haven't done anything. They're not doing anything spectacular. They're just playing really solid, low error paddle, and they're taking their opportunities and putting a lot of pressure on their opponents.
Yeah, and I think the good portion of that pressure is that the threat of the drive and the blitz. But then I think you see there, like the uncharacteristic missed lobs long and the missed overheads. That, you know, those are kind of the those are tough to rebound from.
And if you're playing against that, it makes you so happy. Like, there's nothing better than getting some easy free points in paddle where they don't come by. You don't come by those so easily.
That was a great drive off the screen right into Medeiros' right hip, kind of the chicken wing.
$15-40.
Another tough service game for Kira.
And I think, you know, some of these might be, you know, what I'd call the reputation faults that, you know, that kind of the threat of that big return, that big forehand. She might be going for a little bit too much off the. That's a big.
Game,
that's what I was looking for on these returns at bounce. So, you know, the serve sits so high in the screen, just sits up for Nicolescu and Anika there. I mean, if they can make that forehand, then Kira's going to have to make some sort of adjustment on her serve, or they're going to have to make a positioning adjustment. But they still have quite a few chances to close this set out.
Yeah, and I don't know of another racket sport that shows these momentum or has these momentum shifts that are so severe and can be so sudden, you know, where the game, you're cruising along and all of a sudden it's like, boom, you know, the script is flipped and now all of a sudden, instead of a 5-1 lead.
And it happens so often.
And I think a lot of times it's that you know, we either take our foot off the accelerator or, you know, you throw in that, oh, this is my 40 love serve. Which tends to be the flip flip of the switch.
How'd she get that in?
Great. I was just going to say how hard that is to keep that ball in play. Great hands. Good 2 volleys.
They earned that point.
They sure did.
12-15.
That was a good,
all.
nice solid point there. Getting to 15 all, 5-2. Kiro and Medeiros in the lead, first set.
And that's what Anika and Nicolescu are going to have to do. They're going to have to grind out these points because they can't just hit Kiro and Medeiros off the court.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
15-30.
It's amazing how a slight mistake where they missed their spots and how, you know, what a big penalty that is. Case in point, that big forehand drive.
Yeah, and Nicolescu was just so far off the net. Ooh, jeez.
Wow.
15-40.
I'm telling you, like looking into the Medeiros as she lines up to hit that roller, it's scary.
Well, and then it's the it's the double effect of, even if you get to it, you got to deal. If you don't do something with that and drive it back at them, you're then a sitting duck, as we saw there for Nicolescu. She was trying to matrix it.
Nice roller by Anika.
30-40.
One set point saved.
A little ambitious there, I think.
I was just going to say the same thing. Wow. Some really good volleys. Great pressure with those drives.
Is that point number 3?
That is a, you know, and that's a lesson right there that I teach so often, is that offensive shift off of a good lob, looking to hit that forehand. Fantastic play from Kiro and Medeiros to win the first set 6-2.
Well, that was a very impressive display, wasn't it? see if they can keep it up in the second set.
You know, and I think it comes down to just, like we said, a couple points here and there that, boy, you know, Roxy and Nicolescu, if they can just, you know, there's probably 3 or 4 points that I think they'd love to have back, 3 or 4 errors that make a huge difference in that set.
Yeah, look, obviously they could easily turn it around here. And look, it's a lot of pressure on Kiro and Medeiros too. This is a big. This will be a big upset for them. Big win.
I think the discussion here, hopefully between the Kiro and Medeiros in this first set after winning is, don't start the parade yet. We haven't done anything. There's still a lot of paddle to be played.
15 love. $15 all.
This time Nicolescu drew the error with the blitz.
Yeah, I think it's just drawing the eyes of the volleyer at the action, not the ball. We're forcing them to change where they're going to volley. It's a tough shift. I love it.
As the volleyer, you know you're not supposed to look at them, but you can't help it.
Right, right.
Oh. 30-15.
I tell you, that's another big change in the game.
Yeah.
And I have to say, that shot
40,
to me
15.
is, the intent isn't necessarily to hit the player, but the backcourt team, it really does not allow them to get comfortable in the backcourt when there's the threat of that overhead. And I think that's, the evolution of the game. There hasn't been a real penalty for throwing in short lobs. And that definitely is.
And now you better watch out. On this court, you better not hit a short lob, or you're going to feel it.
It definitely is penal.
Just lining that shot up, just hitting it so well.
Game Medeiros, Kiro. They lead 1-0. Second set, they won the first set 6-2.
Kiro and Medeiros look very relaxed and confident right now.
Love 15.
I've gotten Nicolescu to press a little bit.
Yeah, this is an early
Love
kind of
30.
second set, what I'd call a pressure point. Are we at they don't want to let this get too far behind before they start to make some, adjustments.
Back. Confirm. Above 40.
Boy, I do like that, Nicolescu stepping over and either poaching or just helping with that volley, because it does take the threat of the blitz. It doesn't allow them to blitz kind of, off that return as easily, because Nicolescu could just step over and stuff him.
And Nicolescu usually moves around a ton on when she's at the net when her partner's serving, and I think that she just has so much respect for the returns of her opponents that she just hasn't done it that much.
That would make sense.
Game Kiro Medeiros, they lead 2 games to love. Second set.
See, and I think that's a big that roller, that aggressive roller hit from service line or just beyond is maybe ambitious. We got to make sure that that shot is hit with the weight going forward inside the service line.
And even if she makes it, she's not really made any inroads with that shot from back there.
I think one of the things is there's just so much time for Kiro to see it, time and space. Good help, just a little bit late getting there.
$15-30.
Here's our, this is kind of where we've seen Kiro kind of have a few missteps.
Here are the other women's semis. Shea Sutter up 4-3 against Hanish Sabori. Trouble. Oh.
Yeah, and that was the same, that was the same overhead that Annika hit earlier, that she kind of was forcing it in there, and there Kiro kind of got away with it.
Yeah, she really did get away with one there.
$40-30.
Good lob there.
That was an even better overhead, though.
Yeah.
Nice heavy drive. Medeiros, little extra side step there would have been better. Control that volley.
It's so easy to see when you're watching, right? The way the reaching just kills you. Good time for a let cord.
Advantage Kiro.
When it's your day, right, Lauren?
I mean, seriously. If that one had been a let court too, we could have all just left.
Yeah, I think so. I think they would have quit.
Yeah. There's a big drive. Monika, good placement.
Advantage Annika. Deuce.
He wants that one. Wants to redo
It's a surprising mistake. She was there in plenty of time.
First two-hander we've seen from Kira. I was wondering if she had it or not.
Advantage.
It was a good one.
Yeah.
Deuce.
Well, if Anika and Nicolescu are to come back and win this match, they're just going to have to tighten things up. There's just too many errors getting sprinkled in. They're playing some amazing points, but then they'll follow it with an error.
You know, you play a great point. I think they just have to work that combination of the lob, the lob, the lob, and then setting up that drive. And sometimes that drive, when it's coming back, they might start to, like there we saw. I mean, a chip backhand isn't probably the shot to play there, especially with Kiro right on top of the net.
Point for 3, Love. Good return. Missed it.
Game, Kiro Medeiros, they lead 3 games to Love, second set. They won the first set 6 games to 2.
I mean,
big hold.
It was a big hole. Good for Kiro for holding because she's had some troubles with her serve this match. But, you know, it feels like Medeiros and Kiro at the net right now are just kind of placing their overheads and withstanding the drives and waiting for their opponents to miss because they've drawn quite a few errors from them.
This is the time of the match right now where if I were a coach, I'd call for the timeout. It just, you know, like it seems like they're doing it now. It's the hard part about paddle is it's you and your partner, and there's no timeouts.
No, but it's good that they're talking and they're laughing together and well, oh, she missed it.
Ball's out.
And they're gonna try till the bitter end, and like we said, stranger things have happened than a comeback from 6-2, 3-love. So it's not over yet.
Wow.
Love 30.
But it's going very quickly.
That wingspan of Kiro, she's quite a presence when she comes into the net behind that return.
Yeah, you can't get it by her.
So Lauren, you and I had talked before the broadcast about the upcoming, well, it's not upcoming, but the team nationals that is coming in April. Exmoor this year will be hosting, or Chicago, but Exmoor is the home, my home club. I'm the director of Racket Sports at. We are the host site, or tournament central, I guess, for the men this year, and the women are coming out to New Jersey. For those fans out there that don't know about it, it's probably, in my humble opinion, the greatest tournament of paddle. You know, you get you and 6 to 7 of your friends, teams of 6 to 8 people sign up, and we play 3 courts or 3 lines. Last year, I think we had 280 women in 18 different divisions in Chicago, and out east they had 200 men competing. It's a
1540.
It's kind of the common man's national tournament, and it's a great time. I hear you're coming, or they're coming to you next.
I'm excited. I've never played it before. I'm looking forward to it, and it's so much fun to play on a team. So yeah, I've heard it's just an amazing event.
It really it brings that team aspect, and you know, round robin play on Saturday, like divisional play, and then on Sunday you play a semifinals and a finals. So it's a full day of paddle, great fun after paddle, during and after, and I'd encourage everybody of all levels. I've had some emails, you know, it's this for the Series 13 man in Chicago, can we get a team? And absolutely, you know, we had
lead 4 games to love, second set.
We had levels from you know, some of the greats in the game that are no longer playing competitive tournaments. We're playing in it last year, down to you know, the 3-5 women. You know, I forget what that translates into our PTIs, but you know, it would.
Yeah, there's a level for everybody.
Yeah, it's a great event. I'd highly encourage everybody to look into it. Boy, some nice transition play there. See, and there's the difference of where her strike point was on that overhead, wouldn't you agree? I mean, she was 2 steps inside the service line. So that ball is on Kiro so much faster, and she can't see it coming and react as quickly.
all.
And then that's the story of the match, right? And then followed up with an error. Oh, gosh.
30-15.
Great return and then a leg cord winner. It's like you
Hits
said,
just
when
keep on
it's your
coming.
day.
point. Sometimes I forget I've got a live microphone here, and I just enjoy sit back and
40-15.
enjoy a great point. Good lob.
Great move.
And it, all set up by,
40-30.
And I think for the players at home, but I mean, we lob. Why do we lob? We lob to set up that drive opportunity. There's a great case in point there. Good athleticism there.
Oh, there's a slash. Didn't slash enough though. Still, well done. Well done by Anika Nicolescu, and back to deuce.
Yeah, we haven't seen Anika hit a lot of slashes, and I think that's partly because of, Kiro and Medeiros have been lobbing pretty well. They're kind of keeping them in that mid-court range near the service line in their overheads.
You can't slash if you don't get a short lob.
Advantage Medeiros.
Ooh, good spot.
That is a very nice spot. I think that's the first ball that she's actually driven to that right hip of Kiro. Down the line. That also was up a little bit higher.
Higher, right. That's a hard volley when it's up higher. You have to pick your paddle up.
Just like that, we're reset back to neutral. It's the greatest thing about this game is the punch and counter punch.
Advantage Anika.
Good job by Anika and Nicolescu for staying so tough in this game, and it looks like an insurmountable amount that they're down, but it's not. They just have to keep chipping away, and they know that, and they're staying positive.
Now they are champions, right?
They are.
One of my mentors one time said, when you're up like this, you've got to expect your opponent's best. They're not going to lay down and give it to you.
There we go.
Game Anika Nicolescu. Kiro Medeiros leads 4-1, second set.
The 2022-2023 APTA Tour is
6-2.
Is brought to you by Remedy Plus. Raise your paddle game to a whole new level with clean, natural, great-tasting protein bars and energy shots by Remedy Plus. High performance has never tasted this good. This is
Have
the
you
test
had any
right
of their
here.
products? Yeah, this is being a big test. Have you had any of their products yet?
I have
Anxious
not.
to try this Remedy Plus.
Yes.
You know, as you get older, you need more of this voodoo magic, you know, some of that stuff that
Absolutely. Whatever keeps you
more
going.
help every year. Huge game right here.
That forehand is so big.
15 love. All.
I think she thought Anika was going to hit that ball. Is that what happened?
That's a great question. Fight over that same ball there. The lack of communication. Third 15.
Nice volley by Nicolescu, and you can see there's some new life here in this team.
Yeah. They've got a little bit of a, you know, and they're going Australian. We hadn't seen much of that yet. I was wondering when they were going to pull that out. Wow.
What a shot.
You want to talk about athleticism and how calm she was. Holy smokes.
Exactly. I don't even know how that shot happened.
There was no panic. Just great patience. Let the ball come down, and unconventional, but heck of a drive.
Still game point, but not anymore. Okay. Deuce. That was the first serve Anika's missed.
Lobs.
Yeah, the feet are out of the service box every lob on this point. Got her.
It's got that compound effect, that up and back, up and back. And again, she got that right hip of Kiro. think that's her one Achilles heel there. Lauren, am I wrong to think that this is the first time that they've kind of committed to that Australian formation?
Yeah, it is. You had mentioned it a while ago, and they hadn't done it till now.
You know, and I think you notice how it's changed the return and blitz from Kiro and Medeiros. They're not able to kind of get that player coming in, you know, as their partner's returning it. Because they're having to cross.
Yeah, they should have listened to you earlier, Mike.
I know. You know what? I think I'm going to start teaching this game. I think there might be a history. Better sharpen up my resume, find some place to work.
All right. As we've said, oh yeah, she's just missed a bunch of serves this match, Kiro. She's recovered nicely in all of her service games, but it's definitely given away some points, and it's getting tight here.
Love 30.
I love this here. We're getting Medeiros coming back. Just, hey, we're good. You know, not sure what she's saying. I can't read lips. Or really is just about giving a break, giving.
Another great lob caused confusion.
$15.40.
What do they say about targeting your drives? At them, through them, never around them?
Not around them, yeah. And Nicolescu's done that a few times today, gone for the down the line around her opponent, hasn't made it. Again?
It's a great lob,
little
with that
confusion.
same spot.
Yeah. I don't know how that didn't hit her. Great shot.
Fantastic drive off that screen.
30-40.
And I think that, you know, heavy roller is no longer a surprise to any player on the court, but yet it's still is a bit of a shakeup.
Two break points saved. Here's the third.
Deuce.
Now, if I were a coach here of Kiro and Medeiros, I definitely would say let's get that communication back. We've seen in this game 3 different occasions where that ball between them has become extremely problematic.
Boy, if Kiro and Medeiros can get out of this game, they are going to let out a huge sigh of relief.
I think so. Great decision. Oh.
She got her. Good hands all around, but
and there's the token apology. Sorry, but I'm really not sorry that I hit you that volley.
okay, another break point.
Advantage Annika.
This is break point number 4.
Yeah. Nope.
Game Annika Nicolescu.
Kiro Medeiros almost pulled a rabbit out of a hat and came back to win that game, but no such luck, and now we've got a very competitive set on our hands, Mike.
This is, you know, hopefully that nobody turned off the streaming prior to this, because we warned them no lead is safe, and now we've got a match, you know. That's
new ball.
It's not, I think, anything that Kiro and Medeiros have done wrong. It's just like you said, we tightened it up with Annika and Nicolescu. They've just, if you know, not making that 1 or 2 errors that they'd made earlier in the set. They've done a good job of jumping back in here.
Try another one. Hang on. Gabby, try this one. Oh, it's okay. Sorry. All right.
All right, 3 serving 4. Nicolescu to serve.
Practice serve with the
new ball.
Great volley.
Why wouldn't you think that they go Australian here as well?
15 love.
I don't know.
You know,
I don't know, but Nicolescu made a heck of a volley off that.
She did.
Return.
Love.
That is 3 quick points.
3 quick and not quick winners. It's been 3 kind of routine lobs that have been missed long.
It's almost like on the first 2, they hit such good returns, and they were surprised by the volleys that came back at them, and almost willing them to go out. Like that one.
40-15.
Gets there.
Oh, again, a little confusion.
40-30.
I
You
held
live
my
by the
breath
sword,
there. I
you
saw
die by
that
the
coming.
sword. You know,
Yeah.
I gotta hand it to her. I love it.
Yeah.
Really good volleys.
She's so good at absorbing the pace on the volleys and not pushing them forward. Oh, she missed it. Oh, and that's an excellent backhand slash volley after the point. All right,
Boy,
from 40
somehow
love
we're
to
back
deuce.
in deuce here.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I think they've steady diet of that Kiro ball to her backhand on that overhead, instead trying to force the ball into Medeiros' corner. And that forehand is just so big. I love the view there of the keg. We've got Brian Hagman, I think, and David Held back there checking out the action.
Oh.
Deuce.
Anika was moving the ball around that point so nicely, just went for too much there.
And I think sometimes players get stuck in that, like you said, they were moving it around nicely, but if a good lob is countered, you've got to reset the point, you know. Great drive for the break. Kiro and Medeiros are now up 5-3. They'll be serving for the match here.
Boy, that was a huge turnaround that game. Anika Nicolescu were 40 love, and 3 quick errors to start the game from Medeiros and Kiro, and they lost 3 games in a row, and things were all going poorly for them, and they turned it around. And now they're serving for the match.
Lob from somewhat off-balance position.
Yeah.
Love.
I think Nicolescu was looking for that ball to go down the line on her blitz. Instead it went to
leaning the wrong way.
And I think at the net, Kiro and Medeiros, this is where they as a team are strongest, with Kiro on the ad side, or on the left-hand side of the screen, on the deuce side, and kind of letting Medeiros run the attack with her overheads.
15
As I
all.
said that.
Yeah, but point well taken.
Medeiros
Medeiros has done a really good job with her overheads. Different overheads. Another great return down the line.
It's a great cover from Minica, but Kiro's got to do a better job with that cross court, getting it to the player off the net, or at least forcing Enica to go all the way cross court to cover and defend that drive. Well, you could see that coming, couldn't you?
Yeah, it's like terrifying to look at it straight on like that.
And I mean, I think the only defense there is, you know, we've got to get that player who's not the kind of in the crosshairs of it, running cross court to get it. That's a great drive.
30-40.
Boy, Nicolescu really has tightened up that return game, hasn't she? She has hurt them.
Her returns have been fantastic. There's one from Monica.
Game Enica Nicolescu. Kiro Medeiros lead. 5-4, second set. Kiro Medeiros won the first set 6-2.
This has gotten very exciting.
Wish I'd pack some popcorn for this. This is turning into quite a match. Going right back into that Australian formation. Just really kind of neutralized the return and blitz from Kiro and Medeiros. Some really good lobs. I mean, you look at the kind of where the feet of the return or the hit overheaders are. They're nice ball.
15 love.
One drive too many, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
Waiting for that.
She was closed all the way. Cut it off. Love.
Triple game point to get to 5-all in the second set here. Detroit Invitational Women's Semifinal.
a rare wild roller from Niculescu, but, you know, it just goes to show they've handled her roller so well that she feels like she has to make it better.
Maybe pushing a little bit on it. But you hope for their sake that that isn't that momentum shift, the spark that's needed.
We're at 5-all.
Game Annika Niculescu. Games are 5-all in the second set.
And so often you saw that, yeah, you see that drive from Anika off the back screen though, and it really was the setup. She just was hitting that to see if she could get a short ball to attack, you know, as a secondary drive. I loved it.
You know, suddenly these errors that Kiro and Medeiros had gotten used to getting from Anika, they're just not coming anymore.
Yep. The kiss,
except
there's the curse.
Yep. Yep. The commentator's curse.
That is right. Back-to-back missed lobs long.
30-15.
Ooh.
Did you notice that same spot that lob has created that confusion this late in the second set? It's
There's somehow Kiro and Medeiros are still in this point. I'm not sure how.
They're doing a great
My
job.
goodness, what a drive.
Even better lob. I mean, it almost feels as if this point is more important for Kiro and Medeiros to win.
I agree with you.
It's just something that's got the feel of.
It's just. Ah.
I think they'd agree with us.
40-15.
Let's see if they can close this game out. Closing games out has not come easy in the last 5 or 6 games for anyone.
Love that offensive shift from Nicolescu. Great point.
40-30.
You know,
Another
to my
chance
point,
for
that
6-5.
previous, yeah. You saw a good lob, Nicolescu make a hard shift to her left to the middle of the court to open up that forehand drive.
Did it go out? What happened?
It did. It did. Out of the court. Lost a point.
Oh, wow. There's a break for Nicolescu and Anika. Wow. A little help from the let cord, setting the next.
You know, it's an equal
overhead up.
opportunity let cord.
Yeah.
Advantage Anika.
Just took a while for them to get one.
Deuce.
It's a big,
That was
heavy serve.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh,
I didn't see it, sorry. Blocked.
that was very close.
Call was
Advantage
out.
Anika. Game Anika Nicolescu. They lead 6-5, second set.
So many opportunities
Medeiros
Kiros
won the
and
first
Medeiros
set,
have had, and for
6-2.
the most part, it's just, you know, it's been great play from Anika and Nicolescu, but those chances, it starts to wear on you after a while.
It's that sand through the hourglass. That
Yeah.
it's just. Then they start. All of a sudden, the court gets a little bit smaller. You know, and small cracks become. I mean, we see that communication with the ball lob between them. You know, when you're up 6-2, 4-1, it's.
Wait, I think it was, wasn't it 4-love? Didn't they have points for 5
love?
love? I think it was
think
4
so.
love with points for 5 love. I think. Whatever it was a huge, huge lead.
Yeah, I mean, this is Anika Nicolescu. Good for them to be now serving for the second set.
Yeah, they stayed positive the whole time. They kept talking to each other and pumping each other up, and now they're in the driver's seat.
See, I'd love to see, like right there, Kiro make that shift that Nicolescu makes on a good lob, getting her forehand more to the middle of the court. So she can look to drive if they hit it short. Wow, that was a big move.
Love 15.
On top of that ball so quickly. Smart shot by Anika.
15 all.
Did I just hear Hanish and Zabori?
Yeah.
Went 4-4 in the other women's semifinal. Boy, it shows you how. I think we were at 6-2-4.
Yeah.
4 love when they were at 4-3 in the first set.
I think you're absolutely right. I was thinking the same thing.
30-15.
2 points from the set here.
You better bring in your A game. I'm sure we're getting thousands of people that were watching that match are going to now be jumping onto our stream. Be ready, Lauren. That's a good move.
Oh.
30 all.
She got her to
pressure.
Yeah.
Good pressure. Force the volleyer to volley away
40,
from.
30.
And we're at set point, Mike.
It's a good drive. Under pressure.
Deuce.
Just roped right up the middle of the court. Like that.
Oh, she missed it. Ah.
Advantage Nicolescu.
Not that one. There we have it.
Game, Annika Nicolescu,
second
they
set.
win the second set, 7-5.
Well, we said enough times when when Kiro and Medeiros were winning so easily. It's never over. It's never over. Paddle turns around so quickly, and in fact, what seemed like an insurmountable lead was not insurmountable.
Makes us look like we know what we're talking about.
Wow. All right, now we're gonna get it to be treated to a third set in what's become a very, very close match with no easy points. for either side.
Some messages coming up, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and I think you and I look a lot smarter than we are, being able to predict. Not that we predicted it, but boy, oh boy, some great comeback paddle.
You know, from the time they lost that 4-love game, I'm sure they had a point or two for 5-love. It just started to feel it, you know, and Niculescu and Anika stayed positive and knew they were still in it. You know, it's just a crazy sport. It's never over. With two closely matched teams like this, it doesn't matter what the score is.
It's all good.
I think the first couple games here in this second set are really going to give us you know, be kind of telling for the remainder of the set. How, you know, in that first game when Kiro and Medeiros come out, you know, how I'd be anxious to see how they, you know, I expect that they're going to come out and give it 100% and act like champions. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, it's not so easy to shake it off when you're already thinking you were going to be off the court an hour ago.
Shout out to Shannon Benson. She just sent a text saying, hopefully I'm staying hydrated. Former, can't remember.
Hi, Shannon.
She was a former czar of paddle. I can't remember what her title was.
She was the tour director.
She
was a tour director, and she was great at it.
She set the bar awful high. I think she's in Texas now. Not a lot of paddle down in Texas, but we miss her here at Chicago.
Now we have Jackie Cameron doing the tour director job and also doing an excellent job of it.
I don't know, it's been a work in progress.
I've got, all right, well, here's what we came for, right? Third set semifinals of the Women's Detroit Invitational Tournament. Looks like Medeiros to serve, love all, third set for all the marbles.
The problem could be for Medeiros and Kiro is that Niculescu has really found her game. She's really picked up her level, and so is Anika. She just wasn't winning any points with those rollers in the first set and a half, and now she's won more than a handful in the last few games. It was Medeiros who was having all the success with the roller, and now the tides have turned.
Yeah, it has a, you know, I think it has a bit of a compound effect that kind of over time we're seeing a little bit of the effect is starting to take its toll. But Kiro looks like she's in heck of shape. Could be out there all day, so.
All.
I would expect that hit a seam or something in a bad bounce.
$15-30. Out. 15-40.
All right, that was a heavy forehand drive. Nice cover.
Ooh.
Wow.
Wow, that was a good one.
Game Enick and Nicolescu, they are 1-up, 1-love in the third set.
For the first time, they're not going to be coming from behind in a set.
This is, I think, the first lead that they've had since 1-love in the first set.
Yeah.
I was going to say that I don't know if Nicolescu would have been able to hit that down 4-2 in the second set, but all even a set apiece first game. That was a heck of a shot.
Yeah, Nicolescu's feeling it right now. Everything's working.
You see her shaking out her arm, and earlier between sets I noticed battling a little tennis elbow right now too, that she's kind of shaking. I wonder if that's a slight injury or
I don't know.
I hope not.
15-love. $30-love.
There's a little impatience creeping in.
And again, the pressure factor, you know, shots like that they were making when they were up, or
40-love.
You know, it's a little more difficult now that we're neck and neck and down love 40. How many other women have that aggressive of a roller? I mean, we've seen 3 on this court, but
yeah.
40,
well, Zabori has it certainly.
Mm-hmm.
But these are some of the best ones, that's for sure.
You know, and it's got to be just so daunting when you're seeing it for, you know, if you're not seeing it that often, it's, oh man, I mean, there's poor
a lot of
women
people
that
hit it, but yeah,
right.
but not like this. Yeah.
Wow, that was a great drive.
40-30.
I would love to see Kiro kind of start bringing more of that forehand, bringing the proverbial noise with that forehand, you know, maybe sliding over to her left a little bit more into the middle of the court. Just to tighten up their target when they're hitting that defensive overhead. It's another good drive.
Yeah, and it was 40-love, and now it's deuce. Just when you think someone's going to pull away. It's been a lot of 40-love games that get back to deuce. And it's really been on good play, not on errors.
I got to go on my rides here. You hear that? They were honking at me. Now break point to get to 1-all in the third set.
Serving so solidly, Anika.
1-all in the third set.
Yeah, I think she said only had 3 faults all match.
I think that's correct. Bad time for 2 of them in a row at deuce. And that may have been a little breath of life that Kiro and Medeiros needed.
$15-love.
You know, for the players at home, I think another thing, I think it's a great opportunity to watch the streamings, these live streams. You know, the positioning, the communication. But I also think that if you look at it, and then the percentage of drives that they hit, but more importantly, the percentage of drives that are not point enders. You know, that, you know, the majority of these drives, wow, what a cutter. Like you said, Nicolescu is feeling it.
Yeah.
But back to my point about the, you know,
yeah.
The majority of drives are they're volleyed back, but yet, you know, the average player, I think they think, oh, now's my time to drive, now's my time to win, when that shouldn't be the mentality. You're really basically testing the volleyer.
15-30.
And so I think this live streaming is invaluable, is a great tool for those of you that could spend the time to sit in front of your computer and watch it. It just is a great tool to learn.
15-40. $30-40.
Boy, some of these pressure points, these 40-love, you know, I'd love to see the stats of the 40-love leads when they have them. We get these uncharacteristic missed air, you know, overheads, or a lot of times it comes back to haunt them.
It's amazing how many games in this match have been 40-love one way and won by the other team.
Yeah, where it's
happened
flipped,
a lot.
You know. Great
Close
point.
that one out.
Annika Nicolescu, they lead 2-1, third set. Kiro Medeiros won set 1-6-2. Annika Nicolescu won set 2-7-5.
They've got a full, and I think there's a full slate after this of the men's quarters, if I'm not mistaken, right, Lauren?
I don't know. Is the men's quarters
Don't we
after
have-
this?
Pull up my draw on my computer here. No, I was sorry. I was wrong. Let me give you the update on the semifinals for tomorrow at 9 a.m. Durant and Mitchell, the #1 seed, are playing Araya, and McInerney and Humphreys, Osas Koenig, and are playing Frazier and Morgan in the other semifinal. And that will be on tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Yes, followed by the women's final at 11. Good move. It's an adventure when she hits it. It's very exciting when she makes it. Yeah, and she makes it a lot.
You know, as a team, I think they're 2-2.
Yep.
As a player, I think it's 0 for 2. But it's a team game, right? I think those lobs right there, I'd love to see Kiro step to her left.
Missed it.
30-15.
That's where Roxy's been doing a great job off that back screen. It's not overhit. It's kind of a setup drive, not a point under. It looked like Medeiros got overhit that one. That's a good cutter.
$40-15.
Points to go 3-1 here.
Just the cumulative pressure of all those heavy rollers and just taking their toll on Kiro and Medeiros. They're missing balls they just weren't missing before.
And the other thing is, Annika and Nicolescu are not given the free points too, you know, so it's
Right.
I mean, if they're trading, you know, 1 for 1, that's one thing. But when it dries up, you know, that air well dries up, it's an uphill climb now.
You have to expect that when you play Anika. She has her spells of errors, but she always comes out of it. And at the same time, I really think that Nicolescu has really picked up her game. She wasn't missing so much, but she was not making the shots that she's making now and putting the pressure on that she is.
Yeah, she's really kind of turned up the heat, so to speak.
Yep, there we did. We jinxed her again.
There it is. Good job.
30.
If only I had that power over anyone, anywhere.
That's right.
But, right?
Game Annika Nicolescu, they lead 3-1, third set.
All right, 1 serving 3, third set.
Love.
Missed it.
30 love.
Tough leg cord there. Seems like that forehand return is kind of cranking it up a notch.
Oh, it's definitely gotten heavier as the match has gone on. There's no doubt. Oh, this time the leg cord stays
There's
in.
the leg cord.
That was
30 all.
That was a well-placed leg cord.
Wonder if Annika thought that was going to go into the nick. Was trying to protect it. Couldn't really tell from that angle.
No, it's hard to see.
Uncharacteristic, you know, just kind of missed lob.
Okay, and they keep it to within one game, 3-2.
Annika Nicolescu lead 3-2, third set. Kiro Medeiros won the first set 6-2. Annika Nicolescu won the second set 7-5.
Well, Kiro and Medeiros are doing a great job of they're at that tipping point. You know, they're down and they are answering the last couple games, so it's fun to see them battling here. Because I can tell
they're
you
battling
that
and they're hanging around.
Demons, yes. You know, we should be at dinner. Should be, you know, we were up. They've got to forget about that. Boy, it's amazing. Here we are, what, an hour and 20 minutes. How long have we been here? 2 hours? What's the match
2 hours
time
and 20 minutes.
2 hours and 20 minutes, and they're still talking about strategy at 3-2 in the third set. Incredible.
And they're all in great shape. They all look nice and fresh.
Yeah. I think I'd be a ball of cramps and sweat and blood. There it is again.
Ooh.
Love 15. All. $15-30.
It's a quick forehand. It's just.
A lot of big forehands on this court.
And I agree.
30 all. $40-30.
There's not much you can do to defend against that. Except, I think, kind of keep your feet moving and stay patient with it until you can catch up to it.
Game Annika Nicolescu,
but boy,
they lead 4-2.
Nicolescu,
third set.
I mean, if anything, that's one of the major differentiators of this match. Is her roller has been so effective, and kind of haven't seen it. You know, from Medeiros, she's hit some of them, but not to the extent here of Nicolescu, especially later in the.
Yes, I agree with you. I mean, later in the match, I mean, Nicolescu's known to have the best roller in the women's game, and in the first set, I really thought Medeiros was doing much more damage with hers, but it's completely flipped.
You know, and I don't know if she's got a hangover, Medeiros, that one that went out of the court, if that kind of is in the back of her mind. But that was only, she's got to remember, that was only one. And she hit it from kind of the wrong spot. You know, she hit it on the extreme cross court from the deuce into, or the ad into the deuce, and then it created that angle and the ball flew out. But from the middle of the court or straight ahead of her, that ball's got some serious,
15.
You know, penetration through and into the court. see that move right there that Nikolescu made?
Ball's out.
You know, where she is playing on a good lob. She's playing an entire step further to her left than Kiro is. And it just puts that much more pressure on the net team. It's a great time to blitz off that lob.
Love 40.
Great hands by Medeiros.
That was really good.
15-40.
Still a long way back this game, but we've seen so many Love 40 leads evaporate.
And not only is that drive,
5 games to 2, third set.
you know, Nikolescu off of both servers has really been hurting, whether it's Kiro's serve off the back screen she's driving, or, you know, Medeiros is where she's taking it off the deck and driving down the line. It's I mean, if I were to point to one thing, that would be the differentiator in this match so far, you know, in this comeback.
Yeah.
Nikolescu's kind of, I really think that drive return has kind of set them up for success. There it is.
Handled well by Anika, though.
But that move has such a, you know, even though Anika was able to volley it, you know, if that spot is not safe to be hit, you know, overhead's hit to, it puts so much pressure on the net team. She made it. Right back at
it's
you.
Like a Houdini this point, Medeiros. Yeah. She's really gotten herself out of some dicey situations here.
And her partner.
Yeah.
Yes.
What a point. What a point.
See, and I would say that the kind of the growth of Kiro is going to be in plays like that where, you know, she's going to start taking, I don't know, boy, I can't wait to watch her play more. I mean, I love watching all these women, but, you know, just that ability to shift gears on that offensively there.
Kiro's such a mature player for someone who's only their second season. It's really incredible to watch.
But I think my point is that we haven't seen the best from her yet. I mean, we're seeing some great stuff, but I think her upside is she's got some more. There it is again. She thinks she's listening to me.
Seems like it. but I doubt it.
All.
Set up with that lob.
Thirty 15.
Great volley behind the blitzer.
40,
insane volley.
That's so hard to do. And would you know it? Here we are at match point. Not the first serve she's missed today, Mike?
30.
One of the few, if it isn't the first. Cover. Night.
There it is.
Game.
Fitting way to end on a roller by Nicolescu, I would say.
Annika and Nicolescu, they win the final set.
Congratulations to all four players. That was a heck of a match.
Just
and Lauren,
really an honor to be able to do that match.
Thank you. Well
yeah, thanks for having me. And I think for the APTA, for Remedy Plus, Paddle Pro, and the 13 sponsors, locals, and Fusion. We will be back tomorrow 9 a.m. Eastern Time for the men's semifinals.
Followed by the women's finals. See you tomorrow. Thanks, Mike.
All right. Thanks to all. Take care.
Great job. Hey,
It's up to you.
Patty, good job. Yeah, a lot of fun. You guys look great out there. How long have you been playing?
Who, me? Oh, I've been playing my whole life. How about you?
Wow, I only started playing when I retired.
Someone say retired?
Looking good out there, Eli.
Thank you.